My humble pranams to all the divine souls who have gathered here today, and my gratitude to all the masters who have given me the knowledge and given us all the knowledge for us to lead a very wonderful, joyous, happy life. Okay, having said that, now let's look at our lesson for today. I apologize for last week. Okay, this week I didn't want to miss it, so I'm coming up with this lesson number 3. So the title of the book is Soul Plan and Soul Purposes by Sonia Coquette. And today we're gonna, before we go into the next the lesson, let us look at the previous lesson. Okay, so lesson number 1, we learn that I'm a divine immortal soul, and my sole purpose is to love myself as the Creator loves me. And I think every one of us have had a lot of experiences where we actually understood the lesson plan. As for me, every day, every day, like something is happening to remind me that I'm a divine immortal soul and my sole purpose is to love myself. And then lesson number 2 is I fully accept my co-creative power and I honor and respect my soul and remind others to do so. Even this one also, almost every day there's a challenge that is happening in my life to remind me that, okay, it's time for you to understand this lesson plan. Okay, just one moment, yeah. Okay, now lesson number 3. Creation begins with thoughts. And if you read the book Thinking and Destiny, it says that our creation, every single thoughts that we put up on the space is actually a creation. Okay, and in that book it says everything that is happening, that is in the universe, be it mountains, animals, or nature, everything is actually created by your thoughts. So that is another book, that entirely different book that you all have to listen to. Okay, so the thing is getting recorded, right?
Yes, Akka.
Okay. And he says the guide is telling us that the process of manifestation is not random or haphazard. It may look like one for the untrained eyes, but it says that in truth, our imagination power is the one that is creating, that is everything that is happening. Our imaginative power that is aligned with the divine law, okay, is the one that is creating everything in the universe. Okay, so according to quantum physics, the guide is saying, that everything in the universe, including you and even us means the guide, is created, is made of consciousness or thought. Okay? All aspect of existence, including our personal world, our thoughts, our beliefs, and all the ideas that get manifested. And he said, the guide is telling creating is actually a very simple process. If we choose good thoughts, beliefs, and ideas, we generate positive outcome. But if we choose all negative thoughts, it will generate negative outcome. So now reflect on your life. How have you exercised this creativity? I was thinking way back, about 5 years back, I had this, my thoughts were all troubled. Okay, I was complaining about life, I was complaining about the situation, I was complaining about the children, about the relationship, everything that I have in my life. So when I was complaining, what I received was full of complaints. Everybody was angry with everything. Every situation that was happening in my house was, now come to think of it, is actually a reflection of my thoughts. Okay, just one moment. I need to mute somebody. Yeah, muted on. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, Akka.
Okay, okay, there. Mona, I give you co-host, so you will help me to mute.
Yeah, Akka.
Okay, let me see. There you are. Okay, done. Sorry about the interruption. Okay. So everything that I was thinking during that time was the one that created my life. My life was actually was chaos, full of depression, full of problem and all those things. Now when I think about it, yeah, I was the one who created that kind of life for myself. But now when I reflect about my life now, I feel this full of, I full of freedom because I've given them, I've accepted everyone as they are, and I've given them encourage free will. Whatever you want to do, you do. You don't have to come and I don't need to control any of you in my life because you all are born as the lesson said, everyone that is connected with us are immortal divine soul. We have to see them as one. So when I compared 5 years ago and when I'm comparing now, wow, my life is bliss. Okay. So we will discuss about this later, yeah. So bear in mind, I'll come back to this question. Okay, now the next one. Your thoughts create in one or two ways. They say the guides are telling us, either consciously, I fast forward it, either consciously and in alignment with divine law. That means when you understand the universal law of manifestation and law of attraction, that you will create something using with all the knowledge that you have. Or unconsciously carried away and manipulated by the chaos of the world, as I was sharing with you about my life 5 years ago. So during that time, you'll be controlled by your ego, your unconscious thought, your doubts, insecurities, and negative self-image. So it is very, very important that we are aware of our thoughts. Because if you can understand, if you know the universal law that says that your thought is the one creating your life, we unconsciously will be very, very careful with our thought. Agree, right? Okay, here talk about the story of Lynn and the story of the author, Sonia. Okay, Lynn was actually a single, is an orphan, and sorry. Lynn is a story of an orphan child, or only child who became an orphan. Okay, and then she had a relationship with the husband and a boyfriend, and every time that she was abandoned by the husband, abandoned by the boyfriend, because she was having that thought that somebody will abandon me, somebody will abandon me, somebody will abandon me. And in the end, that's what happened. So, what the guide is telling is if we change, she can change the situation by changing the mindset. I'll give you an example. Okay, let's say that you are in a relationship. Okay, and if you think, oh, my husband is going to leave me, my husband is going to leave me, my husband is going to leave me, when you feel the insecurity, I guarantee you he's going to leave you because you have already created the thought. So if we change the mindset, I am full of love, he is full of love, I accept him as he is, and then you will see the situation in the family changing, you know. And recently I was reading the book, The Psychic Power of Pyramid. Okay, it says when you meditate in the pyramid, your energy and your vibration will go to your parents, somebody who's beside you. Okay, so for example, if I am meditating in the pyramid in my house and my children come and sit beside me, my energy will be transpired to them. So when I have high vibrational thought, the thoughts will be transpired to them also. Isn't it interesting? Yeah? Interesting to know all this knowledge. Okay, so when going back to the Sonia is telling us that noticing our attention dress can be a challenging task. That means thinking where our thoughts are going, what is happening, what is creating is a challenging task. But when you do meditation, when you are going through the process of self-realization, understanding yourself, understanding your soul purposes, everything becomes easy. Okay, according to Sonia, that she has focused on a relationship with the daughters, with the clients. Everything was going on well because her attention was created in having a harmonious life, and she was happy with the manifestation. But she felt the relationship with the husband was not that good. And when she looked deeper, she found that her unconscious pattern created this. Um, Sometimes we'll have this unconscious. we'll have this thing, okay, I don't have to bother about him, I don't have to bother about him. That kind of thing will create this kind of pattern. Okay. So she says the huge part of our soul lesson is to bring awareness. And what does hold our attention? Wherever the attention goes, the energy goes. Okay. So we have to be very, very careful of where we put our attention. If we put our attention on all these positive thoughts, positive deeds, positive words, definitely you will see positive results. But if you put your thought on something that is depressing, always thinking about the problem or financial problem, this problem, this problem, that's where your attention goes, and that is what you're going to create in your life. Okay. So you create consciously through intention. Okay. You see, what happens is you have to select your thoughts carefully and zero in on those who serve a specific outcome. So what she's telling is, the guide is telling is, have a clear objective of what you want to create. Okay. When you have a clear objective, every thoughts, every words, every deeds, some kind of will align, bend and shape. It's a bend and shape the physical world to match your desire. That's what they're saying. So what appears as resistance, initially will give to cooperation if we have that thought, we have that intention, we have the thought to have something good to happen to us. Okay, intention dictates the course of creativity as it unfolds. Intention is very, very important. Okay, why is intention important? Okay. Okay, story of Sanya is she focused all the outcomes she wanted, that she didn't entertain any other thoughts. The power of intention. Okay, here I think it's the story of the story. I think I missed the story here. I think story about Sonia's daughter with the car and all this thing. So here she bought a new car, the car, and then she went with on a test drive, and she went into a pothole and hit the car, and the tire burst. So she couldn't accept that as a new car that she lost the tire, and there was some kind of dent in the car. And she didn't take anybody's advice. She said, no, I want this to be repaired because this is a new car. It must come with warranty. She went to the place, to the factory, to the place where she bought. They said, no, we cannot give you anything. So what she did, she started writing letter. She was so focused on the intention of getting the car replaced and the tire replaced. At last, she managed to get it. Okay, so we have to have that kind of intention. Let's say we want to build a house. For example, I will share my story of, I think I've already shared. When I want intention of getting a house, my focus was, my intention was getting a house that I want to be happy in, and I got it. Okay, so it is very, very important for us to have a focused intention. Yeah. Okay, another thing that intention that I would like to tell you all is your intention must not be selfish. Okay, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. No, your intention must serve a purpose. For example, I want a house where it is big enough so I can call all my friends and teach meditation. That's my intention. I had this intention. Okay. Or I want to buy a big car. I had a friend who was a church member. She said, I bought a big car because I want to take all the children for the Sunday school. Okay. And teach them about religion. That was her intention. And she managed to get a big car. So our intention must be for loka kalyan. That means for the benefit of the universe. If our intention is selfish, it will happen, but it will take time to happen. Okay, so far so good, yeah?
Yes, Akka.
Okay, now because this topic is very short, so I've summarized everything for you. So what stage are you at this lesson now? Are you at in this lesson? Are we in the student, apprentice, journeyman, or master? Anybody? Anyone? Just raise your hand. I'll take one or two sharing.
I can
Anyone?
go now. Yeah. I think I'm a journeyman.
May I know who's speaking? I can't see.
This is Raji.
Hi, Raji. Good to see you, Raji. Because there's
Sorry,
another
I
Raji. I'm
couldn't
looking at
turn
her.
on the. Sorry, I couldn't switch on the video. Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, I think I'm on a journeyman stage
Okay.
because I know most of it works with the intentions and all that. But
Your
again,
voice is not very clear, Raji.
okay, is it any
Okay,
better
never
now?
mind. I understand that you're a journeyman. We will discuss about it later. Okay. Thank you, Raji. Okay, who else? I just want to know what stage you are in. You don't have to share your experiences yet. Yes, Rajesh. I saw your hand raised. Okay, let me unmute you. Can you unmute? Okay, I can't unmute you. Oh, sorry. Can you? Sorry for the technical glitches, ladies.
Okay.
Okay, good. So, what stage are you in?
Journeyman. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Journeyman. Okay,
Okay.
good. Okay, we
Okay.
do not have to discuss further on that. I just want to know what stage you are in only. Anyone?
Okay.
Monaji, what stage are you in?
Journeyman, Akka.
Awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the session again. I want you all, because we are co-creators, I want you all to be very, very careful in creating. So let us start from the student. Okay, I want all of you to do the, what do you call, the activities that is for student. For example, okay. So I'm good. Okay. So if you are a student, these are the activities that I want you all to start. Okay, because creating something in our life, we have to be very, very careful. So let us start from the beginning. Okay, so this is what I want you all to do. Notice something that is satisfying and positive in your life and appreciate that you created them. For example, I'll give you an example of my own life. Okay, um, that is satisfying positive is that I have a beautiful house. My house is facing a park and I have a park nearby, which I love to go to. Okay, so these are the satisfying things in my life, and I appreciate everything that I have now. So I have created that, especially and with the help of my husband and my children, right? So that is a creation, a co-creation. I have created this kind of life. Okay, if I were to have a negative, depressing thought, I would don't know what would have happened. Okay, so this because I had the positive thoughts and everything. I think, not to say I think, I'm very sure that I created this. Okay, observe where you place your attention, including what you think about, talk about, and hear others discuss. I am always very, very careful about that. Sometimes accidentally the words will come out. So what I will say is cancel, cancel, cancel. So this is what, in meditation, when you are doing meditation, you become very mindful. You start observing a lot of things. You even start checking on your thoughts. And I noticed this as I'm sitting in my pyramid on a daily basis. I think I'm spending about 3 hours in my pyramid. My thoughts are decreasing. And it's something that I'm realizing now itself. Okay, my thoughts are really decreasing. When I go to the pyramid, I will have thoughts. Not to say that I thought free. I will have thoughts, but the number of thoughts that come in is very, very less. And then turn off television or radio at home and hone in on your thoughts for a change. Yeah, I stopped listening to television and radio. But I do watch a lot of YouTubes because I want to have lots of understanding about what is happening in the spiritual world. So I listen to channeling, I listen to the pyramid power, I listen to yogis, agoras. These are things that I want to. I have some kind of interest to learn all these things. So I listen to all these things. Create small successes, such as finding an ideal parking space or receiving a compliment at work. So what happened today is I was craving for durian. For those people who are in overseas, durian is a stinky food, but it's very, very delicious. was craving for that, and I told my husband I want to eat this. And but unfortunately, as we were come near my place, they don't sell durian. So I was thinking in my thought, okay, let us take a different route and see whether they sell durian or not. Without me telling that, my husband took that different route and we went and checked. You see, these are small successes for me because I co-created this thought. So number 5 is work on becoming familiar with this creative power. So use this for something good, yeah? Always remember, the intention must be very, very pure. Don't be selfish here with the intention. Okay, eating durian is a bit selfish, but it doesn't affect anybody. Okay? Notice whether you have goals or if you drift aimlessly from day to day. So what they're telling is, have a goal, intention. Have a goal and then work towards the intention. Start with small ones and practice with achieving this. Okay, so our goal is to have 1,000 meditators or people attending our meditation session next year in June. So I think most of us in Malaysia are working towards that. So that is our goal. So my goal is to lead a beautiful, joyful, wonderful life and share my knowledge with as many people as I can. Okay, having said that, thank you very much for joining me for this session. Now let us have our discussion. So let me stop here.